Hi guys. So I just wanted to provide like a little bit of an explanation video as to kind of how the next couple weeks are going to go. So in this class, we have a pretty good amount of seniors and then all the rest juniors. So with that kind of grade distribution, something that we're really going to focus on in this class is going to be SAT prep. So that's kind of where the last week has kind of come from. With me coming back from the wedding last week and kind of looking over the work that people did over the SAT, I think it's important to note that that's something that we're going to work on, just seeing people's maybe frustrations with it, them talking to me about having some weaknesses with it and not feeling super confident going into it. If you don't know, as a senior, the SAT is happening, I believe, on September 23rd. Don't completely quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the date. So it's coming up quickly, along with the PSAT, the practice one for all the juniors, is going to come up, I think, beginning of October is when we're first projected to kind of start those up. So SAT prep is something just that we're going to need to really kind of hit hard for any of the seniors that still have to take it this year, and then any of the juniors that definitely will be taking it this year. A test score is not everything, but what the SAT is basically what this class is going to be. We're going over all the different skills that we've learned from Algebra 1 through just the beginning of pre-calc. So everything that's tested on the SAT is things that we need to cover this year. So if you're seeing a lot of SAT stuff kind of come out and like maybe a little bit confused, like why are we doing so much SAT prep? Why aren't we maybe doing more testing or things out of the book? This is the reason for that. We need to kind of hit that SAT prep hard, and this class gives us the luxury to have some room in the curriculum to be able to fit in a lot of purely just SAT prep. Not to mention with everything with COVID, SAT prep is something that's being pushed a lot harder, and every class has room in their curriculum now to fit some SAT prep in this year. So between now and that first SAT prep date for the seniors, we're likely going to be doing just SAT prep. There will be a couple of tests or quizzes that kind of come along with it, mostly just going to be me saying, okay, we've gone over a lot of different problems. Look at these now, try to figure them out. They're not going to be anything hard. It's not really going to be anything that we can study for necessarily. But that's kind of going to be what this next few weeks is going to entail for us. Keep in mind on the SAT, something I've been preaching to everybody while we're in class, but I can't obviously put out there all the time to everyone that's not in class, is that you're destined to get some wrong. Unless you're putting up a perfect score, which is really unlikely of anybody, right? I wouldn't put up a perfect score if I went in there. You're going to get some wrong, and you're still going to get a really good score, even if you do get some wrong. When we went through grading when I came back, people were like, oh, I graded my SAT and I got like this many wrong. That's got to be an awful score. And it's actually kind of the opposite. You can get quite a few wrong on the SAT and still put up a really good score. It kind of feels weird in that way, where it's not like just a normal test that you would take in school where you get a 1 or 2 wrong and you're already down to maybe like a B or a C, and then you're not maybe shown as good of understanding. These tests are built to be pretty difficult, so they make room for you to get enough wrong and to still get a good score. So in the next 2 weeks, we're going to take some practice ones all the way through, have you give me your answers. I'll grade them. I'll let you know what score, like did you get a 340? Did you get a 680 on just that specific math portion? And then we're going to retest in a couple of weeks and see, where did you go? Did you stay? Did you go down? Did you go up? How was SAT prep been going for you? So you should have submitted all of your strengths and weaknesses by now. And I'm taking those strengths and going to help build on them, right? If I know where we're at with our strengths, I can build on them. And then I'm taking all the weaknesses and making sure that we make you feel more confident in those kind of areas. So just a little bit of an informational video. In class is when we're going over these problems. So I'm making sure that whenever I let students try the problem, then I stop everyone. I go ahead and I start my video. and then we start going through them. So it's going to feel a little bit weird because it's not me just talking to you. It's you overhearing a class. But that's the best way for you to hear what our discussion sounds like, what our trial and error processes sound like, what our thought process is, and for you to really kind of get the feel of being in class, even if you're not. So they'll feel a little bit weird to watch. You may not be able to always hear really perfectly what people are saying. And I'm going to try to repeat what people say so you can hear them. But I'll always be posting them after the fact because I have Algebra 3 7th hour. So it takes about 20 minutes of lag time for me to end the video and then the video to be pushed out to me. So you likely won't be getting the video, like say tomorrow on Monday when I guess you'll be watching this on Monday. So on Monday when we talk about the SAT in class, or on Tuesday or something, just for example, though, Monday, if we talk about it on a Monday in class and I videotape it, I won't get that video be pushed out to you until Tuesday. So that'll be like a video for you to watch on Tuesday and then take more problems. And then watch a video on Thursday or Wednesday of what we did on video on Wednesday of what we did on Tuesday, and then do more problems and so on. So it's kind of going to feel like you're a day behind. It's the best solution I can think of to still get you those in-class discussions, but also being 7th hour, it's hard to get those to you in the same day that you are taking those problems, because I don't expect you to be working past 3. You should be doing the same 10 to 3 hours that we are at school. So if you have any questions about what's going on, why we're doing so much SAT prep, what's expected of you, please just reach out to me. Let me know. If you have any questions or problems doing any of the SAT work, just let me know. I'm going to open up some assignments on Google Classroom that you're going to be able to turn in your answers to. I'm going to try to get better at that. The mornings tend to be so crazy that once I post what an assignment is, I forget to go ahead and post it in Google Classroom for you to turn it into. So it's something I'm working on. But if you have any questions, please just reach out to me. Okay.